Yo, what's going on, guys? Hope everybody had a great day today. I was thinking about a YouTube, video topic to share with you guys. And one of the things that came to mind was how to stand out as a software engineer. Like in my last decade of being in this field, there were so many ways that I had to stand out to make sure that I was on par with my coworkers that were also software engineers and great developers. It was very intimidating when I had to work on a project and I didn't know what to do, and I had to rely on them to help me figure out how to just get a basic landing page done, or how to create like different components because we're using React.js. And it was tough trying to understand how to componentize things, how state works, the different types of libraries that you could incorporate in your project to make things a lot easier so you don't have to develop anything from scratch. And I just understood that it takes a lot to learn, not only on the job, but also on the side. You have to do certain things to push yourself to understand the fundamentals a little bit more and actually grasp exactly what you want to accomplish. Especially as a software engineer, you want to be able to solve problems effectively. You want to be able to actually create your own requirements and, talk at a high level in terms of what needs to be done and implement a plan that you created to make sure that that feature is successful or this project is successful. And I was missing a lot of that, and I had to learn from others to get to where I am today. So here's a list of some of the things that I picked up in my decade of being in this field, and some of the things that I wish I would have known and that I kind of practice today. The first thing is that you just don't want to code. You actually want to finish projects. I used to half-ass all my projects. I used to just learn on one project and do the bare minimum and then move on to another project. It was too much context switching. It wasn't really like I was focused on one thing at a time, and I would always half-ass all my projects. They will never be complete. So imagine having a GitHub of unfinished projects. And once I understood that you need to focus on one thing, that's number one. And then also understand that every single project doesn't need to be the same, okay? So that's why I advocate, like, if you have a project just running APIs and also like React.js, work on a project just like that. If you want to create another project that dives into GraphQL, Python, go with that. But you'll figure out where you're going to land, right? What you're actually going to be comfortable with. There are some people that I know that are comfortable with Next.js. And there's a lot of benefits to Next.js, but in my opinion, I'm always going to go with React because it just has a lot that you need. There's no extra stuff that you need to incorporate. Like, you could over-engineer your project if you were to, jump to different frameworks, and you would add more libraries to it. And, it happens for every single engineer. But you just get comfortable with certain things. I've tried Next.js before with the project, and, I thought it was cool, but honestly, I didn't really like the layout. So I went back to React.js. Maybe it might open my mind to it later down the line if there's any new features or anything else that they're building into the framework to make it better for developers. But right now it's just React. It is what it is. But you just got to figure out what your go-to is. What do you want to be an expert at? Once you do that, you should be golden. Be passionate about the project that you're working on. If there's something that you just want to solve, like a problem you want to solve, just make it to where you could have it working and that it solves the problem. And as long as the code is functional, that's all that matters. And then you could improve it over time to make it an MVP if you want to. But this is going to help you understand exactly what it takes to be a software engineer. Number two is I should have started doing this, and it would have saved a lot of time and headache, especially working with other people on a team in terms of what you built already for a project. But start doing demos of what you already have. And that will be cool for your GitHub portfolio. So if there's a side project that you're working on and it's considered dev complete, to where you can just start adding new features to it to make it more refined, but it works. Record a video about the app, show how the app works, show the functionality of it, what you could do with it, and just have it out there. It doesn't hurt. And then get into the cadence of doing demos. By you getting into that flow of explaining what your code is doing and what your app is actually doing, what problem it's solving, what's the solution, it's going to be easier for you to communicate that for any other project. Okay, so if you want to stand out, communication is very important. And I had to learn that the hard way. But, you know, understanding everything from a technical standpoint, understanding how things should flow and work, and demoing it, I mean, that's a game changer right there, because now you're an expert at what you've built and you're teaching others the value that it brings. Number 3, which is be known for something. Be a subject matter expert at something, whether that's a library, a UI framework. You could be good with like state globalization. You could be good with feature flags. You could be good with just about anything, like using an AI tool to help with productivity, using a library to help with, you know, scaling your app and, you know, managing data. Learn as much as you can on a particular subject that matters to you, and go as far as you can take it with your side projects, with your current gig. Just start building, start creating stuff, and just start expanding on the idea of how far you could take things. And you'll notice that, okay, I found like these certain amount of methodologies that's going to help me scale this app using this library, and it has everything already baked into it. I think this will be beneficial to the dev team if I show this off. You could document it and show a demo, right, of everything that you've done with this UI library or this framework to help you get to a certain goal. And then you could persuade the dev team on what they could use it for and make their lives a whole lot easier. And that's why, you know, if you're a subject matter expert at something, everybody's going to keep coming to you for answers. And then you'll be able to document that stuff and actually teach others on how to do things, and then move on to the next project, right? But you being known for something, everybody will just go directly to you because you already did the research, you did the work. So try learning something, just one thing that you're passionate about, and put all your effort into it, and just be the teacher of that one thing. And notice how much more improvement you're gonna have by doing that. And also people doing the same thing for you. Number 4 is you gotta stay curious, man. You gotta stay curious. And if there's something that is intriguing to you in the tech space right now, like a new library or something that seems pretty cool, use it for your side project. Do the research, understand exactly what it does. You know, that's how you stand out, is that you're taking the time out of your day where you could just be watching TV, you could be doing something else, but you chose to just sit there and code and research and try new things and expand your mindset. And by you staying curious, it's gonna make it a lot easier for you to build things more effectively. I've noticed that a lot when I'm given a new project and I don't know what's going on, bro. Like I'll look at it and I'll be like, yo, what is all this stuff? I didn't even know this stuff existed. You know, from the back end architecture to the front end, I didn't even know any of this stuff. So then I got to familiarize myself with the code. Once I get that done, then I got to figure out, how do we make improvements? Okay. How do we start building and iterating off of this so that it's just automatic? So we don't have to go back into the code base and just write up more code to accomplish something. It should just run dynamically. So after figuring out and trying to answer all these questions, it becomes a lot easier once you stay curious to devising a plan to implement a better way to build things, to where you don't have to keep going back into the code. I like making things super simple, okay? Super simple to where everything is dynamic. It has all the validation that you need. It has the data that you need. And depending on the user action, it should just tailor to that selection or whatever happens in the workflow. That makes things a lot easier to where the code could stay as efficient as possible. All you would need to do is just make some edits on the back end. You should be golden. If I wasn't curious, I probably would just do what I just told you. edit the code, deploy it, and that's it. But if you want something that's, sustainable for months or even years, start thinking outside the box and start incorporating some stuff that you've learned on a side project and do better. Number 5 is, once you stay curious and you do the research and you start to build new things and become an expert at certain topics or certain functionality within your app or project, you're going to be able to contribute to others. That's the value of being a software engineer. That's how you stand out. Just working on code nonstop. You have small little wins, but honestly, are you happy with that? Or are you just content with just having a job and just getting things done? The value comes from teaching others, giving back to others. I was the same way with just working through code, and that's all I cared about. But after a while, I had to pivot and figure out what is more valuable. It's not just the code itself. It's how are people actually using your feature, and also how people are adapting or learning from you, right? It doesn't make any sense to where you're just kind of behind the scenes and just coding. You can't do that anymore. To stand out, you have to really do research on different things and be as passionate about it as I am. Especially when I talk in my videos, I'm always passionate about this. This is something that I've wanted to do my entire life. And, learning different things from new developers, I'm like a sponge. I absorb that information and I'm like, yo, this is actually way better than what I was doing. And then it pushes me to learn more about different things that are out there that I'm missing out on. That's why I always love when a new developer comes in, because they could teach you different things. So by you doing that, you could return the favor by teaching others how to use a library, how to code better using AI tools like GitHub Copilot or ChatGPT or Windsurf, right? And just kind of figure out, better ways in your day-to-day to be more productive, to where you're actually saving a lot of time every single day to do other things that you're very, very passionate about, right? So for me, I love teaching other people new things. And I'm not necessarily saying that I know everything out there, but if it's something that I'm passionate about, I'm going to spend time researching it and then teaching others if there's any value. So you have to give back in some way, okay? And that's going to in turn give you more opportunities, more money, and people are going to actually look up to you as, a top software engineer, a top developer. And that's what you want, right? So start doing the work and start teaching others what you know. And then the last thing is, staying consistent, right? Staying consistent is way better than perfection on any given day. You show up every single day, you put in the work, and you get 1% better every single day, the results are going to come. It's not going to come that day, that week, that month, but the more you keep doing it, the more you're going to notice how much better you're getting at coding, how much better you're getting at communication, how much better you're getting at teaching others different things, because you spent the time to put in the work. You have to have a certain type of drive and mindset to stay consistent and actually solve problems. When it becomes too thick, a lot of people just, they hide because it's like, yo, I can't do this. Like, they shy away from the challenge. And then there's others that are like, yo, I'm up for this challenge. And by me doing the hard things every single day, I'm actually going to get better because I put myself out there. I actually put myself in an uncomfortable situation to figure out the answer. And it's so much more rewarding by doing the hard things than the easy things, at least for me. So the biggest thing that you need to do is just make sure that you're consistent. Stay consistent. If there's a side project that you're working on, stay consistent. At least an hour a day, bro. Not asking for much, at least an hour a day, or even 30 minutes. Bare minimum 30 minutes. You're working on something and you at least get something done. And you're gonna notice that 1% every single day is gonna add up to a bigger total. So that's it. That's how you stand out. Those are some of the things that I had to do to stand out. Not being afraid to try new things, research things, do a side project, try to figure out different technologies that might work in my favor, not, sticking to the same tech stack. And if there's a big uptick on productivity with the new stuff, maybe that's your go-to now. That's it, guys. That's the video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Start doing this today. You know, take these daily habits, start incorporating that in your day-to-day, and I guarantee you, you will make a lot of progress and you will stand out. And you will actually be not the one that's always asking questions on every single thing. You're going to start answering other people's questions and teaching others. All right? We'll talk soon.